Miles Laboratories, makers of Alka-Seltzer, bring you another visit with Fibber McGee and Molly. Again, we invite you to listen to the transcribed adventures of Fibber McGee and Molly. The show is written by Phil Leslie and Ralph Goodman and directed by Max Hutter. Our story will be underway in just a minute.
This is Eleanor Engle. You know, the common cold sure lives up to its name, doesn't it? Around this time of year, colds are all too common. And that's just one more good reason to keep plenty of Alka-Seltzer on hand. Because Speedy Alka-Seltzer can add comfort to your cold treatment, help you feel better while you're getting better. You see, Alka-Seltzer relieves the headache, the feverish feeling, the general aches and pains that can make you feel so miserable when you have a cold. And when your cold causes a raw, irritated throat, Alka-Seltzer makes a mighty soothing gargle, too. Just dissolve 2 tablets in a quarter glass of warm water and gargle. So, whatever you do for your cold, add comfort to your treatment. Take Alka-Seltzer. Once you try it, you'll agree. There's nothing quite like Alka-Seltzer.
Jingle bells, jingle all up. Wow! That dad rat hit it again. Oh.
You're getting pretty accurate, Sonny. That's the 3rd time you've hit the same finger. That must take a lot of practice.
How long you been standing there, you big torture lover?
What are you doing out in the cold here, anyhow, with all the wires and junk? Building a front yard booby trap for Santa Claus?
I, Doctor, am creating a little expression of peace and goodwill toward my fellow men.
Oh?
And fellow women, too, of course. Spreading a little Yuletide spirit. And hey, don't step on those boxes, Hamfoot. They're full of colored bulbs.
Oh, outdoor lighting deal, huh? Like Mort Toops has at his house?
Like Mort Toops has. That puny little display he's got.
Puny? It says Season's Greetings in letters 3 feet high, clear across the front of his house. It's the talk of the neighborhood.
Well, it won't be for long, my boy. I'm rigging up the outdoor lighting display to end all outdoor lighting displays, Fatso.
Oh, sure. Probably be the end of you, too. I had a patient last year who built his own front yard display.
Yeah?
Hooked the wiring up to the transformer on the corner.
Hey, I never thought of that smart idea. Got his electricity free for nothing that way, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Who was he? I know him?
I don't think so. He worked for the streetcar company.
Oh?
Been a motorman for 20 years, but when he hooked those wires of his onto the transformer, the motorman became a conductor. 7,000 volts.
Well, I'll hook mine up to the porch light or something. After all, it wouldn't be honest.
Oh, hello, Dr. Gamble.
Hi, Molly.
Say, what do you think of his Christmas lights idea, Doctor? Sounds good, huh?
I haven't heard it yet, Molly. And all I've seen so far is this nondescript pile of wires scattered across the lawn here. Looks like a barbed wire barricade put up by a cross-eyed street fighter on a dark night in Outer Mongolia.
Oh, Doctor.
Who ever heard of barbed wire with sockets on it, ignorants? Hey, if you guys will help me untangle this stuff and stretch it out across the lawn here, you'll see what I have bent this wire into all different shapes for.
Oh, spells out a message, huh?
Just you wait and see, Doctor.
Oh.
There, grab that end. I'll take my end over this way.
That's the M you got, Doc. Take it way over there.
All right.
That's it. Way over against the fence.
Holy smoke. These letters must be 6 feet high.
Yep, almost as big as you are wide, boy, and that's big. Lay 'em down. That's it.
Says Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? My goodness, those 2 words stretch clear across our whole lawn.
Just barely makes it, McGee. Congratulations. For once, you measured something correctly.
Oh, my gosh, doggone the luck.
What?
I got another section in the garage. The whole sign is going to say Merry Christmas to all.
Oh, fine.
Yeah. And in the middle is a big papier-mâché Santa Claus's head with a big red nose that flashes on and off. And on each end is a big candle made out of neon tubes.
Heavenly days.
I'll bring it out here. Gee whiz, after all my work, I just got to find room some way to put it up if I have to wrap it all the way around the house. That ought to hold it. Hold that ladder steady now. I'm coming down.
Good. Come down while you're still ahead.
How's it look from down there? Good, huh?
Very impressive, dearie. It really does.
You betcha. I'll bet there's not another family in Wistful Vista with a sign that goes all the way from their front porch roof clear across over the street to the other side of the street.
Ought to be exciting. The big Santa Claus head in the middle and all. Oh, I'm just dying to see it lit up. I hope it works.
What do you mean you hope it works?
Well, I mean, it's almost dark and people won't be able to see the sign at all if the lights don't light, so I hope
Well, don't you worry about a thing, Mrs. McGee. You see these long copper wires here? I'm going to hook these up to the switch in the garage right now. And if anything goes wrong,
Yes?
I'd like the headstone to read, "Here lies McGee, who I'll never forget, the shockingest man that I ever met."
What? You be careful now, McGee. Don't take any chance.
In a moment, we'll return to Fibber McGee and Molly.
Have you ever noticed that Christmas shopping and catching cold sometimes go hand in hand? Maybe it's because you're out among crowds of people all day, running from heated stores to cold, windy streets and back again. But say, if you do catch cold, and it makes you feel miserable all over, remember this. Alka-Seltzer helps you feel better, and in a hurry, too. And that's mighty important when you have a cold, isn't it? To feel better? Alka-Seltzer adds comfort to your cold treatment by relieving the feverish, ache-all-over feeling. And Alka-Seltzer makes a soothing gargle to relieve the raw and irritated throat a cold sometimes brings. Buy Alka-Seltzer by the glass at the soda fountain or by the package at the drug counter. Add comfort to your cold treatment with the medicine that's so refreshing. Speedy Alka-Seltzer.
I'm glad you came by, Mr. Wimple. He's going to turn it on any minute now.
My, that certainly is a big sign, all right. I can't make out what it says very well in the dark, but I bet it's something about Christmas.
You're a sharp one. Just wait till those lights come on.
Well, I'm all set, Molly, ready to turn on the juice. Here we go.
Oh, will you look at that, Mr. Wimple?
My goodness, clear across the street. That's just breathtaking.
How do you like the big Santa Claus head?
With his red nose flashing on and off. Oh, that's cute.
Well, how do you like it, kiddo? Oh, hi, Wimp.
It lights up the whole neighborhood, McGee.
It's just beautiful, Mr. McGee.
Yeah.
And quite a tribute, too. But who is this fellow, Al?
Al?
In your sign there, Merry Christmas to Al, it says.
Oh, dear. That's supposed to be Merry Christmas to all.
Oh, for the dad ratted like a short circuit. I'll go cut it off at the main switch, and then I'll have to climb that ladder and check the wiring. I knew this was... Okay, Molly, hold that ladder steady. I'm coming down.
She's in the house getting warm again, but I'll hold it.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks, Wimp. I found the short okay, so... Hey, Molly, it's all set.
All right, McGee, I'm coming.
My, this sign is causing you a lot of trouble, Mr. McGee.
But it's going to be worth it, Wimp. This thing will outshine Mort Toops' display 1,000,000 times. You watch it now, Molly. I'll go throw the switch in the garage again.
Okay, hurry it up, though. I'm getting sleepy and it's cold out here.
After 10 o'clock, I should have been in bed.
Here we go, kids. There.
Bright, isn't it?
Is it on, Molly?
Yeah, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
Huh?
Remember our friend Al? He just blacked out.
What?
Yes, and now it just says, Merry Christmas, too.
Oh, no. You mean after all my fixing, it's still... Oh, heck.
Well, if you can disconnect that word, too, it'll still say Merry Christmas.
All you need, really.
Yes, but...
And that big Santa Claus head with the red nose that goes on and off and on...
Doesn't go off anymore. It just stays on, doesn't it?
You know, I like it even better that way. Don't you, Mr. Wimple?
Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, it's much nicer.
Yeah, but I wanted
It's a wonderful sign. Very impressive. 3 times as big as Mort Toops'.
Yeah, but if that...
Oh, it makes Mort's sign look sick. Stretched clear across the street like this, it's tremendous.
Okay. I'll get back up the ladder and clip the little red wire to disconnect the word to and... No, I think it's the blue wire I ought to cut to get... No, that's for Santa's red nose. I don't know...
Never mind. Look.
The word "to" just went out too, Mr. McGee, all by itself.
Oh, swell.
Aren't you lucky?
Aren't we all?
Yeah, well, good night, Wimp. Come on, Molly. Let's lock up and get to bed. I'm bushed. Gee, that's a nice sign, though. Merry Christmas. That's just the right sentiment for this time of year. Molly, you sleep?
Yes.
Oh, no, I'm serious.
Look, if you're going to ask me to go to the window again and look at that beautiful sign of yours...
No, something woke me up. It sounded like an auto horn, and... You see? There it goes again.
Fine time to be honking a horn. It's after midnight.
My gosh, of all the inconsiderate... What the heck's going on out there? Can you see?
Well, those idiotic people, what are they... Oh, for heaven's sake.
Well, what is it?
Looks like a traffic jam right under your sign. There's cars clear to the corner, people getting out and taking a look.
No kidding, let me see.
There's a man with a camera. It must be a newspaper man.
Well, I'll be... Hey, I'm going to be famous. I told Wimp this sign of mine had stopped traffic, but I never... Boy, oh boy, isn't this something?
I can't understand why they're all... Oh, dear.
I'm going to grab my bathrobe and go down there. Maybe they want me to pose for a picture. What's the matter?
Don't go out there. I see the reason now for all the fuss and the traffic jam and all.
What? What is it? What you mean? What's the matter?
Look, all the lights on your sign are out except the big red light, dead center there, in Santa Claus's nose. They think it's a traffic signal.
What? Oh, my gosh. Are there any cops out there? Can you hear the cops? Uh-oh.
Does that answer your question?
Gee whiz, Molly, what can I do?
Quick. Duck downstairs, go out to the garage, and pull a switch on that sign.
Yeah.
I'll put a pot of coffee on and ask the policeman in because a hot cup of coffee on a night like this...
Your friends have more to say to you presently.
At night, when sleep won't come and you toss and turn or get up and read or just lie there and think, what you need is Miles Nervine to help you relax. Of course, there are preparations that induce sleep, but remember this, Miles Nervine doesn't put you to sleep. It relaxes you and lets you sleep. And what a difference that makes. You wake up next morning feeling more rested and refreshed and ready for the day's activities. Miles Nervine is pleasant to take, and it's easy to buy, too. Get Miles Nervine at any drugstore. Follow the label, avoid excessive use. And when sleep won't come, remember, you can relax with Miles Nervine.
I thought those policemen would never go home. A gallon of coffee they drank.
They turned out to be pretty good guys, though, at that. They said if I'd make one little change in that sign, I can turn it back on tomorrow.
Oh?
You know, it was that red light in Santa Claus's nose that caused the trouble. Everybody thought it was a stoplight. So, tomorrow I'm going to change it to a go light.
A go light? You mean?
I mean that starting tomorrow, we'll not only have the largest greeting sign in town, but we'll have the only Santa Claus with a big green nose.
Should be lovely.
Yep, and different.
Go to bed.
Okay. So long, everybody.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Fibber McGee and Molly, transcribed, is brought to you Mondays through Fridays at this time by Miles Laboratories, makers of Alka-Seltzer. Bill Thompson and Arthur Q. Bryan play Mr. Wimple and Dr. Gamble. This is John Wald urging you to be with us again tomorrow when the McGees discover that in a frantic Christmas rush, they've forgotten something of great importance to them. Goodbye.
Today, listen to Woman in My House on most NBC radio stations.